Formula One simulator. Sit in the sim cockpit for more than 2 minutes and you'll see what happens. F1 motion is replicated with surgical accuracy, while your body is asked to react in tenths of a second. Your brain demands full processing power. You feel it's real. Your leg pushes through the best part of 100 kilograms as you break into the end of the straight. For me, it's fun. I love every minute of it. Pushing the machine till we get the perfect lap. Now, you might be asking yourself, why not go out on the track? The guys running the show only allow us 15,000 kilometers a year on real time. If this wasn't enough, each track day costs more than a flat in central London. That's why we run the simulator, the first one in Formula One, and the best one in the paddock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first World's Fastest Gamer competition. Today, 6 super gamers will race for the best job in esports. Whoever can convince the coaches will become the simulated driver for the legendary McLaren Formula One team, helping them win championships. With only 6 gamers remaining today, McLaren will crown the world's fastest gamer.
Gregor Hutu is going to win this with about 18 seconds. That is mighty impressive. Yes!
And it's Bono who wins the race. Lights out, and it's a great start by Harry Jackson Pole.
This is the lap.
To the inside, nearly contact. Oh no, Freak loses the back of the car.
It's time for you to show us that you can be fast without making mistakes.
Oh, that's it. I mean, he didn't listen to a word I said, but he's driven faster than the factory McLaren driver.
In the next 24 hours, we'll be picking the final 2 contestants to go through in the World's Fastest Gamer to the final stage, and we'll have the 2 of you competing against each other in the final stint of Le Mans.
As you know, we'll have 2 different teams. In my team, I'll have Gregor, Isaac and Rudy.
And in my team, I've got Freck, Harry and Bono.
Remember guys, you'll have competition this time from outside teams, so make us proud.
I would suggest you have one guy that does a long stint during the night and then he gets a big rest in the morning. And don't hit anything. Just worry about staying on the black stuff and going as fast as you can.
Welcome to the 24 hours of Le Mans, the oldest and most prestigious endurance race in the world. A place where reputations are made and lost. Our gamers will be racing in 2 teams against an invited field. Today's mission for the judges to choose 2 finalists to stay in the competition. Everyone else will go home at the end of this race. Rudy, one of the fastest gamers all week, is taking the first stint for the blue team. Oh, this car is all over the Mulsanne straight.
Massive crash.
Rudy comes out of the trouble and negotiates the cars, avoiding the debris. His teammates Isaac and Gregor watching on helplessly. The smallest error or damage could ruin their race.
Frick.
You started out at 402s.
Yeah.
Middle of a stint, you went to 401s.
Yeah.
Then dropped into 4 deads.
So he's got the pace, but then he's controlling himself,
Yeah,
isn't he?
which is good.
Which is good.
402.
Hi Clayton. I'm really going to need your support and help with Freck in putting my case forward. He's the best candidate we have. I think he's the quickest. I really could do with your help.
Hello, coach.
Hey, welcome to the winning team.
Yeah, welcome.
Your first stint was good?
Yeah, Well, I had some trouble.
I know what Gonz is trying to do. You know, he's trying to put Rudy through on a point of, yes, he's, you know, a more rounded person, but Rudy is quick and he's very good, but he hasn't shown anything for me that I think would benefit the F1 boys.
You probably want to know why you're in my team now.
Yes.
Because we are starting to make decisions and to take decisions, and I want you to win.
So are you telling me now I'm in the final?
No. I'm telling you that you need to keep on doing exactly what you did so far. No one will know if you were doing 402 or 403, but everybody will know, oh, every time Rudy's in the car, he crashed. So, be smart, be clever, take the car to the end, be consistent, deliver exactly what we're expecting you to deliver.
Well, I think Rudy would just supply them with consistent data and nothing new. Freck could bring something else that could help them.
I feel like I can support you and build a case that the areas he's weak on are areas that he can develop and improve, as long as he's committed and as long as he thinks he will apply himself.
Yeah, which you think he will.
Okay.
We're reaching the halfway point of the 24 hours of Le Mans, and the world's fastest gamer teams are fighting at the head of the field, with Gon's team in blue lying second, and Phil's team in pink in third position.
It's time to send them flat out. Because you're third, you should take your team home and just secure the podium, which is what you normally do. I go for the win, which is what I normally do.
Freak's gone faster than that.
Wow,
Not by a lot, but 3/10 faster.
4000.
Freak's done a flat, yeah. He's been faster.
I'm gonna check.
Check, go and check.
Well, guys, as you know, the decision has been made. We've been analyzing lots of data and through results, and our decision for now, for the final race, for the last stint, is going to be Rudy.
And Freck for the final stint.
Okay? Good luck, boys.
Good luck.
So Freck and Rudy will drive the last stint, and therefore they will progress to the final stage of the world's fastest gamer. Bono is driving now, so will be oblivious to that decision. But interestingly, this is his best stint of the whole 24 hours. He was one of the favourites coming into the competition. He won 2 Grand Prix during the week. This is going to be a terrible blow for the young Dutchman.
I'm a little bit concerned because I've just been downstairs and watched Bono for the last 5 laps, and his driving style today is what you'd expect in real life. Yeah. You know, if you watch him, the way he conducts himself, the way he brakes, the way he comes off the brake, turns, accelerates, it shows us that he really struggled yesterday on the sim. Now, whether that was because he panicked, overreacted, I don't know, but you know, it worries me that we make the wrong decision based on that.
There's a lot of aspects, and we probably didn't get a big enough picture of him yesterday.
I mean, do we take him as a third and send him to the sim at Carling on Saturday, or?
I would.
What would you learn from that? That was my question.
Well, you're putting him in a different environment. Hopefully he won't be as stressed. He's out of this place. You know, he might feel a bit more comfortable, and hopefully he might show us what he can do.
So why don't we take the 3 of them to the Carlin sim? Yeah. Your final decision, man.
I mean, 3 guys, that wasn't the format, but if we can't narrow it down to 2 because we've got 3 that are that good, then I think I agree with you. we need to go with 3. We can't kick someone out that might be our winner. So let's give it a go.
We'd like to give you one more chance and push you through to the final on our simulator tomorrow and see how you fare against Freck and Rudy. If that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
We're gonna take you down, we're gonna put you in the management car, and you're gonna show us speed now. Okay? Can you do that?
Yeah.
With an happy face?
Sure.
Come on, let's do it then.
Or you can go home. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got plans this
Yeah.
weekend.
Let's go.
Incredible news! Bono has been selected for the next round.
Good luck.
Go for it.
Not instead of Freck or Rudy, but 3 will now go through. Rudy, Freck and Bono cross the finishing line to end the 24-hour race. An astonishing effort of endurance, skill and consistency. Exactly what McLaren wants to see from the biggest test of the world's fastest gamer.
Good morning, guys. We're here at Carlin Motorsport. Now we're coming to the final part of the competition. We really want to see how you give us feedback.
You will do a baseline first with a good setup, and then after we will go through the setup challenge. We'll have a bad setup, so 6 time laps, a stop, a debrief, and then the last 6 laps. In these cars, you don't have any filter between the wheels and the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Freck, put it together. Oh, but yeah, that's
Just broken the tub.
yeah. Because Oliver, you've never chased after someone else's lap time, have you?
No, never.
Second sector was really good.
Freck's got a lot of raw talent. He's shown that potential this week.
Your general brake pressure has to be lower.
Okay. Do you manage your brake bias, or you try to manage your
No, I
brake
didn't
bias?
do.
Any adjustments?
I would have now that I know, I should have done it to the rear.
Yeah, I think Bono was more consistent than Freck in his driving, but he's still struggling with hitting the brake pressure, the peak brake pressure. Not as many mistakes as Freck though.
If you go, for example, turn 1 compared to the run before, if you need to write anything there, for example, will be then understeer.
Yeah, on the steer, I'm just locking the inside tire out.
Okay. What else? What else?
That's about it, I think.
Okay.
Rudy's done everything right this week. He hasn't won a race.
What's it like racing in the virtual world? You did a lot of karting before. What's the main difference between the two?
The difference is the feeling, to say it in simple Dutch, where you don't feel it in the butt. What the car's doing, you miss the G-forces, you miss the wind, everything, the unknowns. But apart from that, the whole thrill of racing is very comparable.
Middle sector is 4 tenths.
I mean, part of being a racing driver is fitness. You were very fit when you were karting, you're very fit now, but you had a time in the middle where you weren't so fit, right?
Yeah, I've had my fair share of beer party and smoking when I stopped go-karting.
So you're more like James Hunt than maybe...
I tried the lifestyle, but instead of doing it like him, I just became a very fat person just sitting on a couch, to put it simple. But then suddenly I had obviously Katie coming in my life, but...
This is your girlfriend?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
I met Rudy. He was a boy with a big mouth, so I didn't like him at first. After 3 weeks of trying to go on a date with me, I said okay. After we were 2 years together, it was relaxing, and he stopped smoking, and how did he transform?
And then the point came, okay, it's enough. So I dropped about 25 kilos in 4 months.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. I like his driving, it's smooth.
And then I found out CrossFit.
Right.
So that's what I do now for about 10 hours a week, 4 to 5 days.
Right.
And that definitely pays off.
Can you win this?
Of course. I'll be the first to admit if I'm not good enough at something, but as far as I know, I can compare with others in all things.
Yeah, I can tell you did a great job, mate. Yeah, trust me. That was really, really good.
With the first run we did, I could bleed off the brake and it wouldn't lock up the front, it wouldn't do anything, and now the inside wheel just keeps staying locked past the apex point.
So yeah, I think Rudy's a clear standout performer again. It's now really trying to decide between Freck and Bono who to go through, to the final.
What concerns me with Bono more than anything is his lack of feedback from what you guys were saying, as in his interaction with engineers.
Yeah. Which is his personality a little bit.
Yeah, it's a personality thing, which is very difficult to, to change somebody's personality.
And if it was my choice, I wouldn't choose Freak over Bono.
The question is then, which of these two drivers, or which one of these drivers, could you get up to a stage where you could work with them?
It's difficult to know with either, because with Bono, it might just be a case that if it's only two of you, two engineers and him in a room.
Try and think of it like of what you
cameras.
have now. So don't give scenarios, but just...
Yes. Think as McLaren. You're here to do a job, and if you don't deliver, you'll be in trouble as well. So you will depend on everything he does.
Zach Brown wants the best driver, so make sure you pick the right one.
No pressure, Mike.
There's four of us here, and I'm the one making the decision.
You're the engineer.
Because at the end of the day, it's you locked in the room with him.
No, okay. The driver who results
Time to think.
would be most interested in is Bono, because I think either he would feel the grip balance, and his consistency means that you could do some development test because you know you have consistent lap time, and that you could pick up on the change.
I think Bono's very good, but I was really curious to see if Freck can be controlled, to see if we can get something out of him.
Isn't it a bit unfair that you are excluding Bono purely because you're curious to see what he can do?
Not at all, because Bono, I'm not curious about it.
Bono struggled for speed in the MAT simulator, and he struggled a bit for speed today.
Guys, this side.
I guess we felt Rudy and Freck were the two that stood out after the MAT simulator. We gave Bono an extra chance. Do you think he's done enough today to show that he deserves to go through to the final?
Working in Formula One, you've got to make tough calls. You're under a lot of pressure. This has still got to be one of the toughest things I've done in the few years I've been here. To be honest, maybe not. I think he's addressed the concerns about his driving style today.
Yeah.
You're all very good. You've all got great strengths, you've all got weaknesses. He had an opportunity with his feedback, and feedback is difficult, but he didn't
give us enough, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't take it.
Unfortunately, Bono, you're not doing the test on Monday. I'm really sorry. For you two, you're gonna drive the McLaren simulator, and one of you is gonna be the world's fastest gamer.
Big decision time. The aim is for us to make a decision on who is going to be our simulator driver next year. We've got two finalists from tens of thousands of entrants.
Anyone stands out that would maybe get along with Fernando and Stoffel and yourself and Lando?
Looking at the numbers, I think Rudy has been a bit stronger than Freck. Freck was very strong in Sector 1, and at no point he was to be challenged by Rudy.
He's got motion, I guess he can feel the car.
But from that point over the lap, Rudy became stronger, Sector 2 and Sector 3.
you've both done incredibly well. You both deserve to win, but unfortunately we can only select one winner. Whoever will be the winner will have a lot of work to do over the next year in order to help develop the Formula One race car through the Formula One Sim program.
What do you want from a sim driver? You're saying you need someone with good feel and who understands the small changes. And for me, you've said that Rudy struggled in that area. So, you know, Freck has a very good feel.
The problem with Freck is he can't be controlled. Every time you put him under pressure, he breaks. He spun twice.
Once.
Twice.
Once.
What type of mistakes?
Just spinning, you know, nothing.
I did that all the time when I was racing.
Nothing to say that you wouldn't,
Couldn't fix it.
Couldn't fix it. I mean, I'd say he'd be very easy to shape. So it's better to have someone that's too fast that you can turn down and keep him consistent and reliable than it is to try and build pace. Been really good to work with you, Freck. You had a bit of a rocky start to the competition, and I think you've come on leaps and bounds and shown great natural ability and feel for the car. So well done.
When we were asking, okay, you need to deliver some speed, but also consistency.
Yeah.
And Rudy, yes, was fast, not as fast as Freck, but was consistent. So if we probably say, Rudy, now forget about consistency, give us a lap time. He will probably deliver the same if we give him the possibility of risk a bit more. Rudy, I have to say it was a big pleasure to work with you this week, no matter what the result is. You were fast, you were consistent, and you basically deliver the whole package as we asked, so well done.
Freck has a very good feel for car feeling and small changes and setup. So can you teach Rudy that? Or is it easier to take Freck and his feeling and...
But it sounds to me like no one's in disagreement that he has probably the most natural talent.
If we look at stimuli detection, central nervous system processing and skill selection, Freck actually scores the highest.
I think Freck needs grooming or nurturing, whatever you want to call it. And I think after that he'd be a better package. And
But I think Freck's issues are something that he could work on in his own time.
Then he could be going in the wrong direction. So look, it's much better to be moulded by people who know what they're doing.
We're not running a driving school, we're running a racing
No,
school.
no, but whoever you have, you're going to have to mould, do things with. So
But
it's whether...
McLaren haven't got the time to spend developing a driver. You know, the simulator time is valuable.
But you're going to have to do
and
that
you haven't
anyway.
got time to spend... Yeah, but it depends who's going to need the most time.
Right, so come around this way.
How was that?
Amazing.
Yeah? Yeah.
We've spent many a moment sort of looking at data to try and understand who we should select. We've shared all this information with Zach and McLaren have made the decision.
So listening to all of you, it sounds to me like Rudy. Maybe he needs to find a 10th.
And it's with great pleasure to announce the 2017 World's Fastest Gamer winner as...
Freck. He seems to be the most naturally talented. Sounds like he needs some management. But Rudy, I'm sure with the experience he has, his dedication, his professionalism, he's the most complete package for us to have as our McLaren simulator, world's fastest gamer.
Rudy Van Bruin.
Welcome to McLaren. Amazing.
Do you just want to go back and say thanks to the guys?